Okay, let me show you what I got going on today. What I've previously done on this 375A dozer. The issue with this is previous mechanics, that was not me, put a rag inside the water pump and it shot rag through everything. They left a rag in there, so I have been called out to see if I can fix the issue and overheating problem on this dozer. So I have already opened this up. I thought this my second day here working on this. I think actually third day. So I thought I'll show you how I'm gonna do this, flush this system out. I'm gonna get going in it and look at it and see what we need to do. I do believe this machine does have an EGR, an older style EGR, but nonetheless I think it does have one. So yeah, we're gonna get into it right now. Okay, so I got my canopy all set up here with my crane. So on this dozer, my plans are, I've already got this water pump open up and exposed, coolant line down here, main suction line for the radiator. It's up here in the front. This is where the thermostat block housing sits, and then this is where it comes out and goes back in there, and that travels to the top of the radiator. So my plan is today is to build basically a cover plate right here out of steel, and I'll have a hose bib there, and I'm going to flush this block using good clean water and see what we can get. And I'm hoping that it pushes that debris that might be in this engine out. This is an oil exchange cooler, and out, and so I can tell if this is plugged. If I don't get much water flow out of this, I will disconnect it right here and do it again. And so I might just do that already and then pull this out and clean it anyways. So I've got to undo this hose, but right now I'm building this on site. So I just took some trace, just a piece of paper in my dirty old hands, and you can rub it across that and it'll show you where all the bolt holes need to sit. And so I've got to build one for right here, and this one will flush the cooler, the actual radiator cooler itself, and then this one will flush the block and head and everything. So that's the plan. Look right, this is my rag that I'm doing so that no debris gets in there, but not just right, and you can see right here, there is debris down in there. Pig, there's a bunch of that stuff caked through this. All right, so what I've got going on here, we're pulling this oil cooler. So got this undone. There's one more hose, big hose down there. We'll pull that out. There's a hole right here for a clevis. We're gonna hook our crane to it and lift this bad boy out, and either go take it back on the bench in the shop and clean it, and come out here and reinstall it. But you got rags, we got rags in here, catching the debris from falling down and contaminating it more. Also, we have rag material from the reason why it's overheating in there also from the previous mechanics. So we're going to clean this out with all the cloth rag debris that they got left in there that got chewed up by the old water pump. So bend that up and around, zip tie it. I'm gonna give my guy a call at these hoses so that we can get this on the schedule.
There's so much mud down there. How are you supposed to clean out this mud? Like, if there's no belly panel, like...
Okay.
We should be able to just grab it from... once this is out.
Okay.
Hold on. Down. Hold on, let me drop my drawers a little.
Okay, got it all set up in there. We got this hose ran to a flow meter and then also to a pressure gauge. I know that you cannot exceed more than 15 psi on this or it'll push out the freeze plugs. And then the flow meter, hopefully it'll help us to see how much flow is coming out of here. See if I know it's a 1 inch and not a 2 inch hose, but this is what we're able to come up with. So I'm gonna hang this above with my crane to get it height, and yeah, we're gonna drain 55 gallons into the block, see if we can get it flushed out, the rest of the rag debris. All right, Daniel, let's do this shit. Did you clean that? Are you cleaning that out?
I'm just trying to get more out of it so it quits dripping.
Did you get those bolts put back in, I guess? Okay, you ready? I'm gonna get this.
You ought to turn on the ball valve down here, and then we'll just use this one to control the flow.
Hey, we're getting some there
we go.
Okay, so as you can see, we got water under in there. Pressure's not rising, so that's good.
Yeah, this coming out fast.
Coming out pretty good. Sure, that's coming out really good. I don't see any issues there, huh? Okay, this is what we're doing. So to flush this radiator on this big dozer on this engine, I've come right here, we flush the block, we flush the radiator through this hose. Now what we're going to do is we're going to back flush it. We're going to bring it up through, this is your intake basically for your water pump. So this is your suction hose for your water pump. This mounts directly on water pump. So we're gonna fill this up with water and raise that water level up in this cooler. And then from there, I'm gonna shut the ball valve off, disconnect the water and let it bake. And I've got some radiator flush that's in there. It's supposed to eat up all this, this right here is from all the overheating, this scale coming out of the cooler. So if the outside looks like this, the inside's got to be pretty bad too. So my plan is to let it sit in here for about 15-20 minutes and bake, and then I'm going to take this hose off and put my air chuck on there and then apply a little air to agitate this. It'll backflow out of this, so I'm going to have a strainer underneath here to catch any debris so that we can see what's going on. So that's what I'm going to work on. Get these barrels set up with water in them, get them suspended with my crane. It's the only way unfortunately it's the only way I can get water out here. I don't know how else to do it, so just be safe. Right now you can see got my crane hooked up, water's running in right now, filling up the radiator. That's what we got going on. So gonna let that fill up, then I'm gonna put the agent in the top of the radiator with it full of water, and then I will open it up and let it flush out. We'll actually flush it out of that side and then add air to it, agitate it, bubble it up, and flush it out. All right, so I put the detergent in here in the cooler. I'm gonna pull out the air hose on it now, and I'm gonna apply a little air and see if I can agitate that, and then we're gonna do a flush. Alright guys, so I was holding this up under here to catch anything as I had my air hooked to this just barely. I just switched over to water. Now I'm going to begin the flushing process. You can already see all those bits and debris of shirt. This is only about a quarter of what I caught, maybe even an eighth. A lot of it just splashed out around it every time I would add air. So this is just a spaghetti strainer. Shout out to mom. Anywho's, yeah, we've got, there's definitely debris in here and it's coming out of here. So now I'm going to be running water from there all the way back up into here now. We're going to get going right now with that. See if anything comes out. So looks like they changed the hose here. We had that leaking. We got this finally back in here. Everything's all good to go. Gonna double check it real quick, all the fluids on it, and then we are going to get this thing started up this morning and test it out. We're gonna leave these covers off until we determine if it's overheating, and Danny's getting that stuff moved out of the way. And yeah, we're gonna come up on top and check it all. So we're standing with the man, Aiden.
Yep.
Okay, Aiden, tell us what you did.
So
on this dozer, point to the hose we changed.
we replaced this hose. It's the upper oil cooler line. And what we did, we just disconnected these 2 bolts, and they have 3 clamps all that run underneath. And we couldn't figure out how to get that side disconnected, so
Let's walk over there.
yeah. So when we went to this side, we took off this and this, the battery cover, to get in so you could see on top, to get to the top line to unbolt it.
So show me where.
Just so if you take this off, you can kind of see the top line through here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's running up,
Holy
down
cow.
right into there.
I don't see it at all, but I guess you did. Oh yeah,
yeah,
clear
just
in
right
there.
clear in there.
See if that GoPro can pick up that line.
So if you remove the battery box, you can get to that line and unbolt it, but the difficult part is getting to those underneath clamps. So what I had to do is I went straight down into here.
Where
You can
did
see
they
all my
actually?
rags.
Where did you actually start down in there at? Did they have to remove
right.
the battery box then?
Yeah, just because I couldn't get my body. I mean, probably could, but I couldn't get my body back out. But we went right into there. I was standing right down there. You see all those rags are?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was right down in there, and then I was able to get one clamp that's hooked right next to the body right up there.
Okay.
And then I had to get on my knees and put my body down in,
Slithered in there.
underneath kind of the drive shaft here,
Just like a snake.
like a snake, and get the other 2.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's how we did it. And then,
So if anyone doesn't know, usually you have to remove the whole cab and ROPS on these to get that, unless you're a small guy and willing to do it like Aiden. So
Yep.
We're winning.
winning. So okay, we're gonna get this fired up here. Topped it off with coolant again after it's ran, so we're gonna verify everything, and then yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna turn this baby on, let it run, test it out. Are you ready? You know where the keys are at?
Right side, right behind the window.